And to everyone in my household, myself, my wife, both of my sons, use their Philips Sonicare. This is the Philips Sonicare ProtectiveClean 5000, and it is a 2-pack. I know, you probably looked at the price on your screen and thought, yep, that's what I expect for a Philips Sonicare. You're getting a 2-pack today. Each one of these comes down to about $45. And you are getting so much with this. So let me go through what you're getting, because we are gonna get into why now is the time to transition from that manual toothbrush into a Philips Sonicare. So you are getting the 2 handles. Again, this is a 2-pack. You're getting the 2 handles. You're getting 2 of the Simply Clean brush heads. You're getting 2 of the Optimal Gum Care brush heads. You're getting 1 of the Diamond Clean brush head, which helps remove stains. You're getting 2 of the travel cases. You're getting 2 of the charging stands. Everything you need for maybe you and your partner, you and your spouse. Get both of these home today, $91.50. It is a smart deal. So a smart deal is kind of like a today's special, right? But we have a little bit more, so it lasts maybe a couple of days rather than just that one day. 2 of them for $91.50, 3 flexible payments for $30.50, and we are gonna cover the shipping. You get a 2-year warranty. You know, we all love that feeling when we walk away from the dentist. We don't really like going to the dentist, but as we leave, that feeling in our mouth, that deep clean, that's the feeling I get when I use my Philips Sonicare. And when it comes to oral health is really kind of the start of overall health. You want a brand that is a leader in health technology. That's what Philips is. So let's get into it. Let's get into the different modes. Let's get into the quad pacing and the timer and all that stuff with our guest this morning, Kathy Wolf. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning, Ty. It's great to be with you this morning.
Yes, it's great to see you. I'm a huge fan. I think the last time you and I spoke, this was after the summer, and I had just converted, and I could not believe the difference.
I am so delighted. And 65% of Americans actually haven't swapped over from the traditional mouth care. So if you are still using a regular toothbrush, I want you to understand the difference. If I got in here and I started brushing, there's no way that I can ever do 62,000 movements per minute. Look at the difference that this is actually going to make. And you'll see how instantly it's getting in there and it's really frothing it up. It would take me 1 month's worth of time to do what Philips Sonicare is able to do in a 2-minute cycle. So imagine, just like Ty was saying, when you go into the dental office, or maybe you haven't been able to get into your dental office, this is going to give you that feeling, just like when you had your teeth cleaned. You know how they feel so good, you're like, and you're looking in the rearview mirror of the car, you're so excited. That's how your mouth feels every single time. What kind of a difference did you notice from that right away, Ty?
Oh, I felt immediately that kind of clean feel. And I have to say, here's another thing that you get from this, Kathy, and maybe you'll agree. I have the peace of mind that I know that I've brushed correctly, and in my mind, what is a good, clean brush? Because when I'm using a manual toothbrush, am I too hard, too light? Did I spend enough time on each part? All of that. The Philips Sonicare does all that for you, right? It is a smart toothbrush that will do all that for you. You can walk away from each brushing knowing you did it right.
Yes, and that's the smart thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's how I actually noticed the difference. When I was younger, I've always been fastidious about my teeth. I had braces for 3 years, but I had cavities upon cavities upon cavities. By the time I was 21 years of age, I had over 20 cavities. Since that time, 3 decades now later, I have not had one single cavity. The only thing that I changed was my oral care, but it wasn't just any kind of Sonicare. Philips Sonicare was recommended to me by my dentist. And I remember it was $120, and I thought, do I do it? Do I not do it? This makes the biggest difference in your oral care. It's not that I wasn't brushing correctly. We always try to find that better way to do things. You know, we buy new phones, we buy new TVs, we buy smart TVs. This is your smart toothbrush that really is going to be better for you. And then Philips Sonicare has elevated. It used to just be one mode. This has 2 different modes, and they're the 2 most requested. There is going to be the clean mode, and with that Diamond Clean toothbrush head, you're actually going to naturally whiten your teeth more in 2 weeks worth of time. There's also another head that comes along with this, and that's going to be that gum care mode. And when you place this on, the Smart Brush technology actually syncs up with this and it goes into that gum care mode. That's what I need now. I always wanted whiter teeth. And if you're younger, or maybe I think that's the first thing. That's vanity. We think about that.
Yeah,
But
right.
gum care is where it really comes into play. And I think for our health issues, our overall health, we need to take good care of our gums. And this gives you an extra minute just to massage your gums. So it really does make that perfect oral health care design. And here you can kind of see, and this is what makes Philips Sonicare different. There is sonic technology, and sonic technology could be 5,000 movements per minute. This is 62,000 movements per minute. But what it has is it has that dynamic fluid action. And see how it's going down below the gum line. It's going in between the teeth. So it really does get where your toothbrush might not even be touching. It truly does get into all of those hard to reach areas. And you get two. I mean, one of these is almost, it's upwards of $80, $90
for sure.
One on Philips' website.
And Kathy, it's worth it. If it was, when you look at it and you see this for $89, especially now that I've been using it, that is worth it for your oral care. But today, this smart deal, that's why I was saying at the top of the show, like you want to hang around, you want to see this. Now is your opportunity. Now is your chance. If you've thought about changing from that manual toothbrush to that Philips Sonicare, boy, this is your opportunity for you and your partner, maybe you and your kids, whatever it is. Take advantage of this. You're getting two. Everything you see here, two of everything, and then the extra brush heads. You're getting 3 premium brush heads. That's fantastic, which do different things for your gum, for your clean, that diamond head. You're getting all of that, everything you see, for $91.50. That price will not last. 3 flexible payments of $30.50, and we will ship this out to you. Now, Kathy, the one reason it took me a long time to switch over, and one reason I think that maybe some people have taken a long time, I think there's 2 issues. One is price, right? They saw like, a $100 toothbrush. Well, now you're getting a 2-pack for $91. Also, I think people thought, and I thought this, it's gonna be really rough, right? I'm turning it on and it's gonna be really rough. How is that gonna feel? I'm gonna tell you, it feels like a massage. It's incredible. And you don't even have to do anything. Matter of fact, if you go to the website, the Philips website, they suggest holding your toothbrush with just a couple of fingers, very gently. That's how gentle it is, and it gets that deep clean.
Yeah, Ty, great points that you bring up, because when you first get this, if you are brand new to this, there's actually something really special about this. You can put this into a gradual buildup mode. You can find that inside the little manual. It'll tell you how to do that. So you can get a gradual 14-day buildup. So that's one thing. But the other thing is you're not going to brush too hard, and you'll maybe be able to hear this. Hear how that kind of changes the mode? So if you brush too hard, you will actually feel this. So you never end up brushing your teeth too hard. And the other thing is, when you are brushing your teeth, it's not this old manual way of doing it like this. I used to tell my kids, I'm like, let the toothbrush do the work. We stained this with beet juice, and you'll see how I was able to actually remove those stains. That Diamond Clean actually helps to remove those stains that you have from all the stuff that we love. Maybe it's our coffee, it's our berries. In the evening time, maybe it's a little bit of red wine. This is going to help to remove those stains and give you a naturally brighter, whiter smile. It will take your teeth to the whitest that they can, their natural, brightest, whitest. And I love that you get 2. Plus, you get 2 travel cases.
Yes.
And the battery lasts a long time. People ask me how long the battery lasts. I don't even think about it. It's got a super itty-bitty, teeny tiny charger, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. If you're worried about sanitation, you can actually put it inside of here. So if you have a real small bathroom, a real small little counter space, that way you don't have to worry about, the contaminants that are in there. 2 different levels. The gum care, I would recommend if you're brand new, start with just the clean mode. The gum care, you don't need that extra, but this has the quad pacer and the SmarTimer. So it will have a gentle pause every 30 seconds as you're going around. The dentist recommends that you brush your teeth for 2 minutes a day, twice a day, but a lot of us don't really think about that. If you're using a manual toothbrush, I would be willing to bet 90+% of you are not brushing for that 2 minutes worth of time. If you're using it on gum care, you get 1 additional minute where the amplitude and frequency actually changes on that to allow you to go right up along the gum line to give your gums that massage, bringing back that healthier tissue and gum tissue. So it really does give you the ultimate. For me, that's where it made a huge difference. Later in life, I've been using Philips Sonicare for 3 decades now, but the gum care mode was the one that made the big difference, because that's what my dentist said. He goes, okay, your teeth are great, no cavities, you're doing wonderful now, but I need you to do something with your gums. Those little pockets, when they start kind of counting down in there, by changing to the gum care mode, that's where I saw the biggest change for me. And now I have healthy tissue and gums, but I am religious about it. And I brush probably 3 times a day, but most of you, I mean, if you're at least getting it twice a day, and if you're not flossing, this is better at least than getting, through in there. You're going to get the best that you can. That's that dynamic fluid technology where it actually pushes the water to the area and pushes the oral care that you're using. Maybe you are using things for preventing cavities or brightness and whiteness too. For whiteners, it even works better for that, and safe on braces, veneers, doesn't matter. I used to think you couldn't use one of these if you had braces or if you had veneers or if you had bridges or other dental work. It's safe on all of that dental work too.
Yeah, that's great. This is the brand. Look, when it comes to oral care, you want to go with the brand name. You want to go with a brand that's been there, that's tried, that's tested, that's true. And this is the brand that dentists recommend worldwide. And speaking of the dentist, whenever I was, manual toothbrush, every time I had a dentist appointment coming up, I'll be honest, I got nervous because I want to go in. I didn't want to get a lecture that I wasn't doing it well, wasn't doing it right. I tried to make up for it in like the last two days of going to the dentist. I'm gonna brush my teeth real well in the last day. You can't do that. But now I go to the dentist and I don't mind. I don't mind going because I'm kind of proud of what I'm doing. I know I'm getting it done right. I know I'm doing it right. And like I said, it just feels like a massage. It feels so nice, especially on the gums. I had the same issue. My dentist was like, you have to do something about your gums. You need to focus on your gums. And I didn't know how hard, how soft. I had no idea. And now this just walks me through it and does it for me. Now I know I have peace of mind that I'm doing it correctly and it feels great. And then afterwards, it's like that deep cleaning. Speaking of a deep cleaning, how much is it? I mean, this is about the price of what it takes to go get a cleaning at the dentist. Now I can get it 3 times a day in my own bathroom.
One of my best friends is a dentist, and I can tell you that what you're getting this for is less than I pay when I go to the dentist just for one cleaning, let alone one cavity. When my children were going to the dentist when they were younger, that very first time you get that cavity, you're like, holy smokes, I think I could have about 8 of these toothbrushes with that one cavity. If it saves you one cavity, if it saves you one cleaning, or maybe you are somebody, because my gums had gotten to a point, I had to go 4 times a year for a cleaning. So I was paying 4 times a year. When I started using this, I got back to 3 times a year, 2 times a year, and I was proud of that. Well, last year, I didn't get in twice last year. I only got in 1 time, but I went in and still all of my numbers and everything were good because I'm using that correct oral care. It's not that you're not taking good care of yourself. You can just do it better. And if you can do it better and you can do it affordably without anything else to worry about, why wouldn't you do it? This is something, and people always ask, what makes it different? You can have, there are a lot of electric toothbrushes and a lot of things that say that they're sonic, and they have batteries. This is not a battery in here. This is actually a motor. So this is a motor-driven design. So you never lose that power. And it actually gets to the areas that you can't see. And I know it's always hard to see this one on television, but as it's pushing in, thank you. I love that video. It's so much easier to show that from here.
Yeah, that's good.
But you can see how that water's dancing out of the cup. And what we're showing you there is the dynamic fluid technology. And that's actually pushing the water. You're on the outside of the cup. You're not on the inside of the glass. Sure, we expect that on the inside you can see that. That's showing you that it's working where the toothbrush actually isn't even touching. So on those areas down by the gum line, or maybe with a manual toothbrush, we just weren't getting. It also has a curved design up here at the top, so it's easier to get back to those back teeth. I know Suzanne Runyon always talks about it. She has a very narrow mouth, but also very long and deep. She said this really helps to be able to get back to those areas that are a little bit harder to reach. So this gets to those harder to reach areas. And again, to get this at a smart deal, I was so thrilled because when we were first talking about this, I thought, oh, it's going to be a Today special. If they miss it on that day, then are they going to be able to get it?
Right.
I love a smart deal because it actually lasts a little longer so you can continue to get the great savings. Now for you and a loved one, maybe it's husband, wife, maybe it's son and daughter. Maybe you bought our today's special that was $100 for one. Maybe you're thinking, now I want to get this for my children also. This is a great way to do it at this kind of a price, and great to travel with too.
Yeah, Kathy, that's another thing that this gives me. It gives me peace of mind that my kids are getting a good brushing, because before, I don't know about anyone else's kids, but my kids with a manual toothbrush, I think they just stuck it in their mouth for 2 minutes. I'm not sure what they were doing. It didn't look like they were brushing, but I know with this, they know with that quad pacer, they know when to move the toothbrush. They know the 2 minutes. They let the toothbrush do the work. I know my kids are getting a good brushing, and they're doing it right. I want to make sure, if you're shopping with me this morning, that you do know you can pick up extra brush heads. We have the Philips Sonicare 4-pack Diamond Clean brush heads as well. I have them right here on the counter. You can check that out at hsn.com. Also, the Philips Sonicare 4-pack plaque brush heads as well. The item number there is 091173 if you're going to hsn.com picking that up. Kathy, let me ask you a little bit. As far as these different brush heads that we are getting in the set, how do you recommend we use them? What should we start with?
Okay. I'm just going to tell you straight out, if you are buying this toothbrush, everybody wants whiter teeth. So the very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to pull out that Diamond Clean. So the Diamond Clean actually gives you naturally whiter teeth in 2 weeks worth of time. That's where everybody's probably going to start, because that's how we feel good about ourselves. However, that gum care mode, so actually taking this one with the gum care is going to pair up inside here, and it's going to pair up, and it's going to automatically swap it into the gum care mode. I think that's the most important, but that is a 3-minute cycle. So if you're brand new, maybe you don't want to start there. Then we also have our Simply Clean. This is just our overall great basic one. And then when you need to change it, it's actually going to fade from the side. So you'll actually notice that it's going to fade the bristles. This is actually one of my children's favorites. They're like, oh, I love that one, because it is actually a little bit larger than that Diamond Clean. So if it all depends where you want to start. The Simply Clean is just an easy one to start with. It's a great basic, but I know the majority of you are probably going to want the brighter, whiter teeth, so you'll probably start with that Diamond Cleaned one. But it will make the biggest difference once you start doing it. It's the 62,000 movements, again, in your mouth, no matter how hard we brush, no matter what we do. And you can't brush too hard with this, because it actually indicates to you, and it actually lets you know when you do brush too hard. And then with 2 of the brush heads, it is going to indicate to you when you need to transfer that out and when you need to change it out. And it also lets you know when you need to charge it. But it's good for upwards of 3 weeks. I've gotten about 3 weeks. If you're using the gum care mode, it's probably going to be 2 weeks worth of time by the time you need to recharge it. But simple and easy to do.
Yeah.
When you travel, this is what my husband and I do. We just take one of these, and then we each take our own toothbrush head. And so we just usually typically take a different one. He actually has one of the black ones.
You just switch out the head.
When we travel, we just have to take one when we travel.
Oh, that's perfect. It's so funny. We have smart TV, we have smart car. When it comes to oral health, get a smart toothbrush. Yeah. Get the Philips Sonicare. Kathy, always lovely to see you. Thank you for being here with me this morning.
Thank you, Ty. Have a wonderful day. And to everyone out there shopping with us, thank you very much for believing in Philips Sonicare. We appreciate all your great testimonials. Yeah.
All right. We'll see you again very soon. 756-959 that's what you're going to find at hsn.com. Hey, also at hsn.com, I mentioned that that Philips Sonicare was a smart deal. Well, if you go to hsn.com and in the little search bar, just type in smart deal, all of our current smart deals will come up. That's where you're going to find some really great values. Take a look on your screen right there. All of those are smart deals. You can just scroll around, find all those great values before those smart deals go away. And I just want to give you another reminder too, real quick. If you are picking up the Philips Sonicare, you can pick up